Yeah, I'll just read it very quickly, just 2 paragraphs from it. Journalists have daily access to information sources not available to the public. With that access comes responsibility. Most media professionals know this and have it hardwired into the way they respond to such information. They discuss how best to proceed with their colleagues and editors. There's a chain of command which ensures that things are done correctly and ethically. It doesn't always work, mistakes can be made, and standards may radically differ from one organisation to another, but recognizable decision-making systems are in place. On Twitter, there's no editor to make those calls. And because of their immediacy and their formality, social networks feel different from traditional media platforms, be they newspapers, broadcasters, or websites. 1 minute you're discussing a football match with your pal, the next minute you're passing on a scoop that a well-known person has died. But for a professional journalist, the same ethical and legal responsibilities attached to publishing something on Facebook as Twitter, as to printing it in a newspaper, or saying it on a radio program. And of course, it was professional journalists who were initially twittering that the story occurred. And at a very parochial level, the concern here was that Jerry's family didn't know he was dead yet. And they heard about this. That is confusing. He's separated from his wife. His partner, his new partner, found her. So his kids found out that their father had died through Twitter. Which is a problem. And yet, this is just the first time. Right? I mean, Twitter's how old now? 2 years, even that? This might be the first kind of media death, kind of Ireland's experience in that particular era, but it won't be the last. So this is going to throw up kind of new issues for how newspapers, how broadcast media, traditional media, are meant to deal with this information as it comes up. I mean, as soon as it appears on Twitter, should the journalistic instinct to break the story, kick in, and you go, right, quick, let's get it out there, because then we can claim this, we can win an hour of kind of exclusive public interest in us. Or do you go, well, look, I mean, in the interest of the longer-term reputation of our media institution, do we adhere to older sort of standards of confirming that this in fact is the case, of establishing that family members have been informed, etc., etc. But I mean, we are literally, at the moment we are on the cusp of those kind of moments of trying to sort of figure out how do we cope with the kind of the new potentialities that are created by these kind of omnipresent media, which are not subject to the old kind of editorial standards that were in the case with old traditional print and broadcasting. But Ireland is still working its way through.